Hi everyone, hope you're all right. Sorry, just got the music on. Just hope you've all had a good week. My week's it's gone by pretty quick, to be honest. It's Monday to Thursday was window cleaning, and then Friday we do, well, it's like an add-on day basically, which is what got me for the idea of doing this live stream. So we did a gutter clear. I think it was 4 window cleans. A video's coming out tomorrow, day in the life vlog sort of thing to go with it. And what else do? Got a clear, did I say that as well? And a conservatory roof. So that's what sort of got me thinking for this one, really, because I do struggle what to think to come up with stuff here. And yeah, so I just try and get my notes sorted out. But I hope you've all had a good week yourselves. The weather's certainly been all right, hasn't it? Although it's starting to change. It's better. So yeah. You all right, Mark? How you doing, mate? I organise this stuff and it all still goes wrong. There we go. Jobs are good. Glad you've had a good week, Mark, mate. I have to get in touch with you as well. I'm thinking of, like, because you said last time, and it was the only time we were all together at the expo, that you wouldn't mind coming in as a guest. So I was going to get in touch with you, maybe do like the last Sunday of the month, if you're up for it, that is. I'll get in touch with you later, mate. I'm trying to work out how it all works as well. Hey, you all right, Robbie? I didn't get the town result, actually. I knew we was beating Chelsea 2-0. Which surprised me. This is where I find out we lost. Oh, we drew 2-2 against Chelsea. I'll take that. Yeah, I hope you've had a good week, mate. You all right, Matt? How are you? I haven't seen your video. I've seen it's come out, but I haven't been able to watch it. Today's been a bit funny. You all right, James, mate? Hi, Mills Cleaning. You all right, buddy? And Tower Pro Clean as well. Christ, there's quite a few of you in. There's 11 people watching at the moment. Yeah, cheers, Robbie. I think as soon as we weren't losing after 10 minutes, I thought it could be good. Hi, John. Thanks for joining in, mate. Oh, no, Matt. I'll say I've knackered me back in as well, which is what I'll talk about in a bit. So I probably ain't working tomorrow, the way we've been walking around today. No chance. Hi, Alan. You all right? Yeah, Matt. How did you fracture your wrist? Hopefully not what we're all thinking. But I bet that's painful. Is that going to stop you working for a while as well? Because obviously you use your hands holding the pole and that, don't you? Because I didn't do anything on Friday where I should have pulled me back, but I woke up Saturday and I was in agony. So it's something I've done whilst in bed, but nothing like that. I must have just slept funny. You know what I mean? All the daft things you're probably doing, lifting, and then it's just through sleeping. And then today it's not been good neither. I'm walking around, so normally when it's like that, it's at least a week till I feel better, which is sod's laws. Yeah, need to work. Luckily I've got enough money to get me through this month, but I want to be making more money and keep working. That's the point. So, because it was something I was thinking of doing for a live stream, is, you know what I mean? The fact when you're working for yourself, you get injured and there's no one else going to go out and do the work. It's a pretty big thing, really, isn't it? So it's another reason why you need to have a good amount in the pot. Oh, really, Matt? It's just daft, isn't it, how you can do some of these things. Bloody hell. So a week of no work then, Matt, I take it. Thing is, when you can't work, it sort of gives you time, doesn't it, to get your teeth into something else that you don't normally get time to do because you're always working. So you could be tinkering with stuff, but obviously you've got to rest it. But it's also another thing I find to go through your prices and things like that with a fine sort of like comb and sort it all out. Hopefully the week won't be too bad for you, Matt. So yeah, what I thought I'd do for, well, today's live. Oh, wrong one. I've changed my buttons around. It's basically add-on services. Are they pretty much a boost or are they a bust? Are they worth it? And it was basically working Friday. And you'll see on tomorrow's vlog, it was less money than what I got for the planned window cleaning that day, which we've shifted along, and now my back's playing up. So sometimes I don't think they're worth it, but it could also probably highlight my pricing's not right as well, or to look at it again because the windows are getting priced better. It's the other work. So that's what I thought I'd do for today's live, basically. So if you're new here, obviously I'm Rob, and there's a team of people that sort of turn up to this every Sunday, which is good. So trying to build a community and just help each other out, try and be casual and relaxed. But if you are someone who's new, just consider subscribing to the channel, liking, put comments in the chat because we'll get them up as well. And just join in, give us your thoughts. If you've got any questions, bung them up in the chat as well. So yeah, that's basically what I thought for today. James just saying to you, Matt. Oh, does Matthew go out on his own if I'm out of action and try and get a bit done? Yeah, unfortunately I haven't got him insured to drive me van. So that's the other thing I was speaking to Teresa about, my wife, is I'll see how tomorrow is. Maybe Tuesday, that's where I've got to make a decision after then. If I feel like I still can't work, I'm going to have to find a way of getting through work. So it could be me driving the van, Matthew doing the work, even if it's half a day. And I could be coming out testing me back, getting out of the van. Because when you've got a bad back, sitting still is actually worse, whereas moving and having a little rest moving is going to do you more good. But I've got another son, David. So I could get David and Matthew out. It's obviously going to cost me a bit of money, but it's going to get the work going, isn't it? And I can test me back out until it feels better. So there is a plan around it, mate. Oh, Matt, you're saying you only had 3 days off work anyway. Oh, because you're going away. Yeah, and the weekend, like bank holiday, isn't it? So we were going to take this coming Friday and Monday off as well. Hi, Nelly, mate. You all right? Hi, Alan. Yeah, that's what I was just pretty much saying, mate. I could do some driving. Matthew and my other son, David, could work together. Even if it's not getting the whole day's work, it's just like clawing through. So some money's going there while my back's going. But I think I'll give it till Tuesday. And if it's not, then Wednesday I'll be cracking on. See what happens. I'm hoping I'll be better, but it's still all a bending down when you've got a bad back and things like that, isn't it? Mark's is saying you feel like add-ons slow you down and take you away from your regular. Yeah, it's what I've come to the conclusion of, mate, which is what I thought I'd do this live about, basically. So, you know, it definitely got me thinking. I mean, there's pros and cons, but maybe you shouldn't. I think you'll get to a point where you don't want to do add-ons. And yeah, like I said, this week's been good weather-wise. We've had some warm days towards the end of the week, haven't we? Friday was really warm. It's a bit chilly in the morning. And yeah, Friday we finished the last clean at a pub, so had a couple of pints, which is a nice way to end the day when you don't normally get to do that. So I just go to Matt's comment saying you love add-ons. Okay, you don't pack out your round with just Windows, so you can have the time to do these add-ons when they crop up. Whereas me, every day is just packed with window cleaning. So when we get these add-ons, I have to try and put them all into one day, which is what I'll talk about in a minute. And then we do all that, but the money we make out of it is less than window cleaning day, which is easier work. It's just a race where you're having to keep banging out all the different cleans and get them done in time. But it's easier work, isn't it? And I don't mind these one-offs. Mainly do them for my regular customers, that's for sure. And when you're first starting out, they're a good thing, but I think as you get busier, they're hard to fit in. Pricing on the add-ons. So I'll just sort of go into a presentation I've got, or try to sort of work out, so we'll see how that goes. It is basically with add-ons, what are the boosts, the pros. So what I found is when I was first starting out with my window cleaning, and obviously I was not packed out with work, it was good to get these add-ons because they give you a really good boost with money, because they're a higher ticket than my window cleaning, because I was that poorly priced as well at the time. And sometimes I found by doing these add-ons, I was actually in fact gaining customers that way. So I like doing the add-ons, and I was seeing what other window cleaners did. So yeah, that's what I found. There can be a good boost. And the times where they're like survival month is if it is like gutter clear season, for example. What you can do is you find these jobs, people pay them quite quick as well, and they're good money earners. So sometimes they're really good cash boosters. So because you've done the quote and it's a certain amount of money, people then book it in because they've got the money there to hand it over to you. So I find with my customers, you get paid really quick and often straight away. So like I say, it's a good cash flow injection as well. And then, like I was saying, it's a good way of building up regular customers as well, because they see what you're doing and then hopefully that's the idea, you get the regular work out of it as well. And then if you've got them priced right as well, which is another journey in itself when you're starting out, or I'm going to sit down with Teresa tomorrow and we're going to talk about putting the prices up on these jobs as well. Got to make sure they're priced right, because like I said, if you're earning less on a day where it's full of add-ons compared to a day of window cleaning, because your window cleaning is getting better because the work's more compact. These add-ons for me, I'll do a day of them and it's like a bit of driving about as well. And also with add-ons, you can use what you've already got. So I chose to do fascia softs and gutters because I already had the water-fed pole, and I brought a ladder so I could do the gutters. Obviously later on I upgraded and got myself a gutter vac to make that job a lot easier. So you can use what you've already got and then just go out and buy like the some poles with pro gutter tools, that sort of thing, and buckets. You're going to need them anyway when you've got a gutter vac. So they can be a boost, add-ons. So how do you basically upsell them? Be interested what you do, just stick them in the comments and that. But if you've got a van sign written, you can have a list of services on your van anyway, so people will see them. And I've often had jobs. Hi Nathan, you all right? A roof scraper. Oh. And yeah, I agree as well, Robbie. It's just making for regulars now. And yeah, so having it on your van helped, because people are cleaning the windows and then they'll be like, oh, I've noticed you do gutters, and then you can explain, you know, you wash the gutters, you clean the gutters, and it often leads into jobs later on, doesn't it? And on the invoices, it'd be like I've got these little cards that I used to put through people's doors before I use squeegee and send the invoice through a text. But you can list down like a checklist so people see, and it's a way of advertising all the other services you do as well. So it kind of matches up with your van. And then flyers for your leaflet drops. Obviously you want to put all your services on there. That's a good way of doing it. And obviously if you've got a website, you're going to bung them all on there. So it's a way of upselling your add-ons without any sales pitch really. And I know like Matt's saying and Nelly, they'll say as well, if you've got like an email list, then you can use that to send reminders out, like it's gutter season, for example, book your gutters in early, that sort of thing. So you can run a campaign. And then if you've got social media, you can bung stuff out on there, like your Facebook groups, can't you? Or make little like shorts, videos, pictures, or whatever. You can bung things out there as well. Just plant the seed early before the season kicks in. But as I've found, the cons, this is what I'm finding at the moment. It's very hard to fit in when your rounds are packed with your window cleaning work. You can't find the time. So what we have to do is shift the schedule along. So to make a day of doing nothing but add-ons, I'm lucky I can work, and my wife Teresa does all this messaging, but it's going back and forward between different customers to find a date that they all say's fine with, that they're all happy with. So it all takes a lot of time actually to organise that. And you also need a certain amount of customers or certain jobs to be booked in to make that day's work worthwhile as well. And then, like I said, you need a free day, or I do. So we move the schedule along and then make it happen, which is what we did last Friday. And the problem is, it's got to earn more than your window cleaning day, or it's not worth doing. And when you first start, you probably find these add-ons are better than your window cleaning, but when you get really busy, your window cleaning becomes better. But then again, like we've said, we found when you're short on money, these add-ons are good because people will pay the money straight away, pretty much, we find, and it's a big cash injection rather than waiting. And I forgot what I was going to say. It's later on, but if your bank balance is all right, I suppose you can afford to do a day. Like last Friday, me and Matthew earned less than what we would have done window cleaning. We had a brilliant window cleaning day booked in. That would have been happening tomorrow, which I can't do because of my back. But it was also nice for us just to have a day where we felt it's going to be easy, a bit easier. Like I said, we finished at a pub and we had a couple of pints, so it wasn't too bad and I wasn't needing the money. So I suppose if your bank balance is bad, sometimes you have to choose, well, actually I need to pump out the window cleaning. That comes first, and then if you're right for money, perhaps you can do the add-ons. But the other problem is when customers ask for these things, they kind of want them done fairly soon as opposed to keep waiting. So if you're making the customers wait for the add-ons, there's a chance they're going to get peed off with it and maybe go somewhere else. But then again, sometimes they like to save the money up, don't they, because it's a bigger hit. So that's what we've found anyway with the pros and cons. Not sure what you guys think, but that's basically it, is what I was thinking about add-ons. And I know it's kind of like, it's definitely making me thinking about putting my prices up. Matt's already mentioned I should for the gutters and the face softs and gutters. That's what I'm saying to my wife. And it's nice to be in that position where as well, if they're too high and people say no, it doesn't matter. I'm just doing windows day in, day out, which is where I'm making better money, to be honest. Still nice to do some add-ons for some people, don't get me wrong. So I'll just go back to some of these comments because I've missed a few. Yeah, so I'm just catching up. Yeah, like Matt's saying, the key those on pricing the add-ons, and like Ched always says as well, it's if you do an add-on, a day of add-ons anyway, at least it's got to make more than your windows, otherwise it's not worth doing. And the jobs are harder than just doing windows, aren't they? But it's a break and nice to do something different. And it is true, the other good side there about doing add-on days is you're doing less cleans, less driving around, so to speak, less jobs to travel to. They're just bigger and take more time. And then Matt's saying, yeah, less travelling with add-ons, one place for the day. I was in 6 on Friday. But I had some normal window cleans in amongst that. Now it'd be good to see your thoughts on that one. I just thought as it's silly season, it's probably quite relevant, isn't it? So I just come to your comment again, Nath. Late joining tonight, caught up. Love the add-on job. It's a nice change. Got a roof scraper. A week on Monday. Looking forward to it. That should be quite good as long as it stays dry as well. Should help you out, shouldn't it? Is it your first roof scape, Nathan? Is that why you're looking forward to it? Yeah, I've seen a couple of his videos as well, Bullies. They're not too bad. His prices seem a bloody lot higher than me. Robbie's saying, I think the add-ons are good for regular customers. However, if you're trying to find the customers, customers. I'm getting tongue-tied here. If you're trying to find them, customers cost to get them one off is a lot more, so the return is not as good. Yes, I mean I've got quite a few customers where I don't clean the windows, but they have me every year to clean the gutters. And the thing is, you never know with work, do you? Because work leads to work. So someone will ask you to do a gutter clear, and then they'll say, "Oh, I rent a property out. Can you do that as well?" And then you end up getting 2 jobs off one customer every year. So sometimes they're really worth doing. And I think because they're done annually, they get quicker, don't they? Rather than like gutters that are completely full and going to take you longer. But it's just trying to get the prices right, so you kind of win all the time. So Alan's saying he's still building around slowly, so add-ons are a bonus and changes things up a bit. Suppose price them to make them worthwhile. If you win them, bonus. If not, still making good on the windows. Yeah, and like you're probably finding as well, Alan, is I definitely thought this is when you're getting a new customer and it's just an add-on, you're kind of hoping they're going to be that happy and like the way you worked and everything, that they'll then take you on as a regular window clean. So you got regular work out of it and you built up that way as well. Then you know these add-on jobs you probably get annually as well. Hi Dave, you all right? Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there, but I think he's probably got someone else doing the window cleaning and he's just concentrating on the roofs and the pressure washing. I think in my head that's what he's doing. Because I know I've been thinking, like, if I was to go pressure washing, how the hell would I fit that in with my window cleaning? It's bad enough doing these add-ons, you know what I mean? And then pressure washing's full on, isn't it? Busy in the summer. For a long period of time. It's not just like for part of a month. And you don't want to let down your regular window cleaners because they are your bread and butter. And it's easier, isn't it? And you're not having to buy out all this kit. And then when you buy all this kit, things go wrong and it ends up costing you more money as well. So Matt's saying you only do gutter clears, fascia soffits and gutter cleans as add-ons. Yeah, I'm the same, but obviously I do conservatory roofs. I know you don't like doing conservatory roofs, but you'll do them for some of your regular customers. It's just time consuming as well, aren't they? And they're hard work, but this is where I'm a bit nuts because something's a bit tough. I really like the hard jobs, the ones where I think they're going to beat me because I just get stubborn and make sure I win, even though I'm completely kaput and knackered at the end of it. And then sometimes that's when you realise as well, when you get them sort of jobs, you need to learn how to price particular jobs that you're starting to learn or you can see are going to be a bugger, add a bit more on than you normally would. So that's why I like doing some tough stuff, just because you're always learning that way instead of having it easy all the time, although at my age it should be easy. James is saying, I've done the odd fascia soffit gutter clean, a lot of them. Yeah, it's time of year, isn't it? It's spring. What you'll find is people just want the place looking nice for summer. So it's not just the patios getting done. It's everything, isn't it? Like you say, all the fascia soffits and gutters, conservatory roofs normally find a good this time of year because the better weather's getting in, look like it's going to last longer, then everyone goes mad. It must be same for the poor old gardeners when it's the horrible weather. People still aren't ready. As soon as it's like this, you've got to be in about 100 places at once. Nave's saying about Squeaky Clean. Dave has got some good vids for add-on services. Yep. It's You know what I mean? I do still find they're worth doing, but I think it's highlighted me on some days we do these. We don't do as well as the windows. I mean, sometimes we exceed it, I must admit. But it just shows, I think, on the right round, you're going to be hard pushed. So it just shows how much I've got to adjust my prices, really, to make it worthwhile. But it's nice to have an easy day sometimes, isn't it? So Mark's saying you've decided only do add-ons for your regular customers. You want them doing annually. Yeah, because, like you're saying, the gutter clear every year is going to be easier than the first time you do the gutter clear. And then I suppose when you get these inquiries coming in from people who just want a one-off and you're not going to hear from them again, it's nice to be in that position to say no. It's just hard. We hate saying no. I definitely hate saying no. So you like to say, yeah, squeeze it in. But yeah, I think you've got to look after yourself, really, haven't you? Nellie's just saying, just because you can earn more on the glass don't mean they aren't worth doing, because you're not replacing the window cleaning with the add-ons. Yeah, you're moving jobs around to fit them in, which is true. Like I said in the beginning, they're great to help fill your day out. It's great if someone asks and you can say, oh, I'll come here tomorrow and get it done. They're mega happy then, especially if they can cover the cost of it. Like, it just gets harder, doesn't it? That's why we form days. But you'll see in my video, I said the vlog, the thing about these add-ons as well is it's sometimes, like I said, if you've got enough money in the bank, you can afford to maybe to earn slightly less than a window cleaning day, but it gives you a bit of a break. Whereas if you're super skint on the money, you'd probably be working on a Saturday to squeeze that in on top of your window cleaning to maximise your profits. So you do what you've got to do at the end of the day to put food on the table, don't you? So again, yeah, I might have lost a day's window cleaning, but I'm still not working on the Saturday, and I've had a little bit of an easier day and I've helped someone out who's after something. That's kind of how I'm playing it at the moment. But I do think I need to go through my pricing a bit on them. Yeah, and I agree with Nathan saying windows, yeah, always the bread and butter, money add-ons on top of a week's wage. Because I used to work Monday to Friday and try and say do extra jobs on a Saturday, but I did that for quite a while and my family didn't like it. They basically saw more of me in the military than when I started window cleaning for the first 4 years. With the window one, first one. Thing is, mate, if you give yourself plenty of time, you've got all day to do it. There's no pressure then, really, is it? And at least, hopefully, you ain't got to worry about the weather. It should be on your side this time of year. Although you just probably find it, knowing you, it'd be like one of the hottest days of the year. Something like that. Sweating your cobs off. Be a good experience, though. Like I say, you only learn jumping in with 2 feet is the best way. So if you're charging £300 for one customer add-on, that's equal to having to go back to, say, 12 times for £25. You don't have to do all the trips. Yeah, it's a good point. It's like I was just saying to Teresa, we're going to put the prices up, I think, for the fascia softs and gutter cleans, the gutter clears and the conservatory roofs. But I think on the big properties, it's a bummer there, because that's when we always say, well, that seems, you just don't feel comfortable and it just seems like we're taking the mix or we take money off. But I said we could still do that, because obviously the big jobs are going to be priced a hell of a lot higher. But we're saying at least the smaller jobs, it's pushing them prices up a bit more, rather than having like this much is a minimum payment. The same kind of thing, bracketing up, I suppose. So that's definitely something we're going to look at. Yeah, Nellie's saying roofs, drives, cladding, car parks. If it's outside and needs cleaning, we do it all. Yeah, you do a lot of that, don't you? And I don't know how you juggle it all. I think once you got comfortable with one service, say like you've cracked the windows and the guttering, you start to look at maybe, like say you're thinking, pressure washing. Because you know it's another skill you've got to learn, and you don't just learn things quickly and in a way. You've got to make a lot of mistakes along the way. That's just the only way you learn, isn't it? But if you've mastered one thing and then apply that same mental attitude of what you did to conquer that one, to the next problem, you'd still be all right, wouldn't you? Hi, Blue Box, mate. How are you? Hope you've had a good week. Yeah, would you class pressure washing as a add-on, as it's a big job? Would you say it's a separate business? Nellie's probably the best one to answer you there, Dave. It's the thing, isn't it? What you're starting to find is, like, people who are doing window cleaning start looking at this other jobs, which kind of makes you an exterior cleaning business. So we're looking at pressure washing. We already do, say, some other add-ons. And then it's interesting when you got the people who start doing pressure washing, they're looking to try and take on some windows, so they've got a bit of money over the winter, but they're trying to hit the balance because they know you can't do too many windows because then they can't fit in all the pressure washing, but at the same time they need enough to get them through winter. So they probably do the absolute bare minimum to give them the maximum making the money in the summer. It's funny, isn't it? We're all different ends of the spectrum, but you're kind of heading into the middle where we're going to end up doing everything, but you can't do everything. So I suppose with the window cleaning, that's probably why you're going to do the gutter clears, the fascia soffits and gutters. And then for your pressure washer, you're going to then probably move on to roofs because you've already got most of the kit, if that makes sense. But you get a lot of people, like I say, do everything. But then you need to employ more staff, more vans, but you just figure things out, I suppose, don't you? Ooh. Wrong window there, sorry. Tower Pro Clean says we do windows on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then you do add-ons on a Thursday and Friday. So you can leave add-ons every couple of months to get a long weekend off. And I suppose if there's really rubbish weather that week and you couldn't work, say, Monday, Tuesday, you've got Thursday, Friday to catch up as well, haven't you? Just me, I'm packed out every single day with windows. And I just try and get as much in as I can. Blue Block saying you do wasp nest treatment. Wow, in the summer, it's easy money for a little outlay. I've done a course online for 70 quid and all the gear was £300. Wow, that's brilliant. I know one of my friends, when he's getting out of the military, he didn't end up doing the job, but he got training for it to be a pest controller. Because like he was telling me, it's a fascinating course, what he's learnt about. But like saying, you can go up, spray something, but then you have to wait for something to do its job. And that's where the waiting around is. But what you actually do is quite quick. And then the clean up. And then, stuff you got to learn with chemicals and all that as well. But yeah, that's interesting. Most people do carpet cleaning or something like that, not like getting the wasps. That's totally different there, mate. That'd be interesting, actually. Matt's saying I always try and do the add-on ones when I'm in that area. I never move a day for them. Yeah, because we have to, because we're just basically so full with windows. I can't add an add-on day. But what this time of year I do find is good as is when it's probably going to be harder because I'm a lot more busy than I was previous years. But in the summer, you find when you get people walk over, how much to do me fascia soffits and gutters, give them a quote, and they're like, if you do it now, I'll run and get you some money. I say yes. And then Matthew and Sophie used to look at me and hate it because they were thinking we're going home. And I'm like, no, get this in. It's extra money because you've got the extra light. So that's another thing I used to, but we don't do it now. There's too much going on at home and wife's got to organise things, and last thing is me coming home late. What did your fingers get in the way, mate? Or you mean the fascia soffits and gutters? Trying to get them all in the way. Now I know what you meant with the comment, yeah. It's weird, you've got to be up for them, haven't it? I like the transformation though, I must admit, when something's really dirty and you get it looking really good. Ah, Cole, yeah. Hopefully tomorrow should be the last day where Teresa's going through what I've done and just double checking the prices and looking at previous price rises before we completely go live with it. And we send the messages out, and Squeegee going to help me out as well so that when I do it, it does something weird. They're going to write something so it does it the way I want it to, basically. So the windows will be going up probably Tuesday. And I'll be talking to Teresa tomorrow about these add-on services, putting the prices up on them as well. Yeah, everything's going to take you closer to the VAT threshold, really, isn't it? I think the only thing that keeps me away from it is the bad weather. It's good to hover close to it, though. Like I say, I suppose that's another thing. Got to keep your eye on it and then decide what you do take on and don't take on. So Matt's saying all your add-ons start nearly £100. So it's like your minimum price. So you're finding they're worth doing. Alan's just saying to Dave, it depends how many pressure washing jobs you're doing. For the weather or not, it's an add-on or a separate business. Yeah. I think that's what happened to A. McIntosh, isn't it? He sort of sold a bit of a window cleaning round, didn't he, to buy? So he bought the pressure washing kit, and because he had all the customers, he used them and got a lot of services. And I think he's kind of got the bug for something different because he's done windows for like years before that. Nelly saying you do external cleans, so no job is classed as add-ons, but windows are the bread and butter, guaranteed monthly income, so they do take priority. Yeah, it's what you kind of rely on, isn't it? And I've only got the one van. But I must admit, I had thought, if I got enough money, should I invest in a pressure washer? Even if I didn't use it on jobs, use it on my own house, but I've got something decent. Rather than a Karcher and go out there and maybe one day just say, if someone, customer says, oh, do you do these? You'd be like, oh, I'll give it a go. You never know. But that's way off. Hot water system's the first thing I want to get. Would absolutely love that. So has anyone got any questions or Q&As about add-ons, window cleaning, anything like that? Or want to ask anyone in the chat, like I said, all help out. Oh, that's just reminded me. I'll just put in the chat for you. A few people in here set up and run like the Window Cleaners Hub on Facebook. It's a group. And just use the link, hopefully, to find that. You'll get some ask some questions and that will get you in, basically. And it's just another way to keep in touch with each other. If you're stuck on something, asking for advice, or just generally take the mick. So I just put it out there. I did set all this up. Here we go. Sorry, I should have done that. Set all this up days ago. So it's just saying I'd offer internal window cleaning in winter, but only when all the windows are 100% free and accessible. Yeah, so improve the clarity of the windows greatly. I'll just go over to me big comments. I can see what's going on here. Yeah, so what you mean is all the windowsills cleared and that, and anything like chest of drawers in the way or something, or sofas, they're normally another good one. So you're not wasting too much time, because they do take quite a while. Yeah, it does. And I normally find with internal cleaning, you get a lot of people would love it near Christmas time before people coming round. That's always a good time to get internal work. And then I normally find during the summer, near towards the end, when there's been a lot of flies, and then left all the fly plu on the windows and not happy about it. Does anyone do much internal windows? I kind of do it, but I don't push it. I've got regular internal work, but it's because my elderly customers, they just can't do it themselves, so I do it. But it can get in the way of your windows if you're not careful, but luckily I haven't got tons of it. It's a window at the end of the day. But yeah, I charge twice as what I'd normally charge for an indoor external clean, sorry. Matt's saying if your round's full, then I'd get Matthew a small van, send him out on his own, then he'll have more space to take on extras without having to move the schedule. It's a good point, Matt. It's something I have toyed with, especially, keep saying the untouchables, the uncleanables, like they're saying, and a lot of people saying 2 of you in 1 van, you're not going to do as well as 2 vans with 1 person in each one. But there are some jobs we do where I think me and Matthew work as a team. So like packing away when you've got ladders out and things like that, closing gates while someone's reeling in, speaking to the customer while someone's packing away. On the big jobs, it definitely works being a 2. And then when Sophie used to work with us as well, it was good for all 3 of us to work on the big jobs. So like these add-ons, I'd have a team of 2, say, doing the gutter clearing, and someone would be doing the fascia soffits and gutters. And sometimes we'd have 1 person doing the gutter clear, 1 person doing the fascia soffits and gutters and the top windows, and I'd get Sophie to do all the bottom windows and the lower fascia soffits and gutters. And we used to cut through them jobs quite quick like that, to be honest. But it is, like I said, I suppose if I was to get a second van to replace the van I've got, I'd keep my van running until it's kaput. That's the time to test for me, I think, if 2 vans would be worthwhile or not. Yeah, and like Dave's saying, when you're busy as you are, I suppose it's natural to move to put the prices of the windows up. If you lose a bit of time, then yeah, the add-ons. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, you get to fit them in, don't you? I'm just doing my normal biannual price increase on the windows, and I'm thinking just put up the price on some of the add-ons as well. Yeah, Nelly's saying moving to 2 vans, hard decision to make. It all depends where you want to be in 5 years. I suppose someone like me, my age, I'm 50 next year, should be thinking of a 5-year plan. You know what I mean? And maybe some point think I keep going wrong, my body's letting me down. Maybe I need to start sitting back a bit more. Like I say, I've got another son, David. What if he can't get a job? Then he's going to look at me to offer him a job, isn't he? Some things just fall on there. I think if this was going to get bigger, I'd just keep it within the family, to be honest. Dave's just saying, I wish I'd have gone with a Skyvac instead of hot water. Okay, you won't bother as it's only been good for a couple of months, save your money. Really? I just know a lot of people who've got hot water say once you've got it, you'll stick with it and you use it all the time and it's something else. Luckily for me, I went with a Skyvac first for hot water because I could make do with the cold water, but I'm really thinking I'd love to have hot water. The main reason why I want hot water anyway is just so you've got that frost stat feature in there and I don't have to keep worrying about looking at the weather and then putting heaters in and out my van and running around with an extension lead and all that sort of stuff. Oh, Nelly, yeah, so you're not looking at trying to get more vans out. Like you say, it's enough, isn't it? It's more, I think if you start getting people employing with you, you've got to start thinking about coming off the tools. And to be honest, some of us just love being on the tools more, don't we? And like that, being outside. But I suppose age catches up with us all at some point. Road to Clean with battery backpack is good for solar panels and glass roofs. I was looking at that one. X line actually. See if I can find it. Sorry, just trying to find the right button. Yeah, I went to at the expo. I went and when I was speaking to Andy, he come over to say hello, and I wanted to look at the solar cleaning stuff because I was pretty much interested in that. This will load up. Yeah, it was this one here I was looking at, and then like I say, with the backpack, and he said it would last you all day. And I was pretty impressed when he turned it on, how easy it was to use on the, I know it was on the floor, not up. But like he's trying to say, imagine cleaning like hundreds and hundreds of these banks of solar panels. You can see where these battery powered ones with the rotating brush just makes your life a lot easier. And they're not cheap neither, are they? There we go. Backpack's a lot on its own, isn't it? And I'm sure Andy said to me, like with a water-fed pole, you have to take the first and second section out, I think, in order for the brush to fit inside. But yeah, you see, in total, at that lot there, it's 3,322 and 10 pence, excluding VAT. And with that, 3,986. But yeah, I think to be able to do that, you've got to get the contracts for a lot of solar panels, haven't you? But like he was saying to me as well, it's buildings now by law, haven't it? If you've got a warehouse, it's got to have a certain amount of solar panels on it. So they're going to need cleaning, aren't they? So someone's going to get them jobs, and that's the kit you need to do it. Hi Martin, mate, you all right? How are you? Thanks for joining in, buddy. Dave Does a Bit is saying, get a pressure washer instead of hot water. Hot water don't earn you any more money. It's just nice to have, I suppose, a nicety, okay. Whereas the pressure washer will give you more opportunity to earn more money. I suppose that's another way to look at something, really, isn't it? It's a good point. I can sort my house out myself then. But yeah, I'd still like hot water though. It's been a goal for years. Matt's just saying you wish you had someone to do the work for you this week. I wish, Matt. John, you're just saying you're new to this. Not sure which one to get first, a gutter vac or a pressure washer. I'm probably the worst person in the world, mate, to give you advice. But what I'd be thinking about doing is I'd probably go for the... Well, it depends, I suppose. What one... Well, because you're new to it, I suppose you haven't had that many inquiries. I was going to say, what one out of the two have you been asked to do the most? I'd probably be inclined to think gutter vac. Because for me, even when I got a gutter vac, I thought, oh, this is going to be brilliant. It's going to hoover it up. It's not as easy as that. And you have to learn all the little tricks that speed up that job. Because at first I was doing jobs that are taking too long. And I was like, I've just spent all this money and all this gear. And it's taking longer than when I was on the ladders. But eventually you learn things and it does go the other way around. And it'd be the same with the pressure washing, I suppose. I wouldn't rush into it. I'd just sit there and think about it while he's saving up the money. I suppose I'd be tempted to go for the one which is cheaper out of the two, is what I would do. And then I'd sit on it for a bit and let the pot build up. And then go for the more expensive one. If I got close to it, and if I didn't, I'd then get the least expensive one out of the two and just say, right, sod it. And then while you're doing that, just see what you get asked to do the most first. Because I've not done pressure washing and I don't expect that's easy neither. And Nathan's just saying, you're all new to all this line of work. I'm thinking about making YouTube vids. Any advice? Yeah, I just tried making YouTube videos, mate, when I first started. I was in the military, so speaking to people was no problem. Getting up and speaking in front of people was no problem. But the moment I put a camera in front of me, I was like, it was far harder. But it's like anything else, like probably with your window cleaning when you first started. It's a bit over your head, but just jump in with 2 feet and go for it and just learn. And just use what you've got. That's the big thing when you watch around YouTube. So if all you got is a phone, use your phone to film. You can buy microphones, like DJI microphones. I think you get the pack where it needs to come with 2, so you can stick a receiver. In fact, no, you just need 1 because they're Bluetooth now. And then you've got your microphone to your camera. Use your camera. Matt used his camera for a while till he had enough money to buy something else. So that's what I would do, mate. Just use what you got and just do them. And especially if it's something you like doing, like window cleaning, finding out problems, you're guaranteed there's going to be 100 more people out there with the same problem who would like to know. So yeah, that's my advice really, mate. Just saying, John saying the Rotor Clean offers 3 types of brushes. Okay, white for glass, red for solar, and blue for hard. Get the classic 60cm one. The other one's too heavy, but it does the work. Right, top advice there. Cheers, John. I take it. Yes, that's the one I was looking at. The Rotor Clean classic 60cm battery pack, but this is obviously with a 4.5 meter carbon pole. So is that right, Matt? John, sorry. What I think Andy told me is you have to take the first 2 sections out of your water fed pole, then you can put the brush in there. So I think he just said it and it's just something I picked up. Yeah, would need some big solar panelware farms, yeah, to consider that outlay. I had thought about what they'd be like and cleaning those panels full of lichen, but I can walk away from them jobs now, can I? It took me 8 years to get monetized, Nath. It took me a long time. But I wasn't pushing hard on it. I was just doing bits here and there more because I liked it, but I was just concentrating more on working and trying to get things right. I'll ask Matt, but I think he needs to help me out. It'll make him laugh. I was at with the solar panel cleaning. There's got to be money. It's like I say, at some point, all the houses are getting them on, but they're going to be asking window cleaners to clean them with your water-fed pole because you can reach them. And hopefully they're going to be decent enough to be just cleaned with water-fed pole. Whereas, like I said, when you're cleaning these solar farms, you need like the Rotor Clean because it makes that job so much easier with the rotating brush, and so it's less on you. And then, like I said, by law, they're going to be solar panels in all these businesses everywhere. And they're going to want them cleaned, aren't they? And you probably clean it more than once a year. Be interesting to try and find out with someone, wouldn't it? Who does solar panel cleaning. It would be interesting. Because I don't know anyone who does it at that kind of level. it can be crazy. Like I said, they've got these robots now, haven't they? And these are absolutely tons of money. And I don't know if you saw at the expo, there's other, I mean, the X-Line ones, they had 3 different models. And then there's other stands, and they're modular, so they can all join up on some of them as well. Absolutely huge, but obviously you're cleaning something about that size, you know what I mean? Okay, so you do need to take the first 2 sections if you're going to use one of your water-fed poles. And sure, you need the contracts, yeah. For liking a pressure washer pole on low pressure will work. Right, okay. Just need to keep your distance from the panels, yeah, so you don't damage them. Because this has been surprisingly well. It's just a little scraper, plastic. I was thinking about doing a video on this actually, just a quick one. Take it apart. So then in it you got these plastic, I can't get it to focus. They're plastic, not metal blades. It's unsafe. So in here, when you just use them for them little bits that are stuck on a window, like a bit of pollen, you're not going to put it back in your pocket, and by the end of the day it's all rusted. But when you come across something that's on the windows a bit hard, obviously it's going to dent the plastic anyway. But they're cheap. But with some bits on the glass though that are more than just pollen, you do need your old-fashioned, like I've got a Ninja scraper with a metal blade in it. That's absolutely brilliant, especially when I did that job where I did some inside windows that needed cleaning. I had to scrape every single window, and that was perfect. So that wouldn't replace something like that. It's just handy to have in your pocket, like say for little bits of pollen, or use your fingernail. So Nathan's just saying you cleaned a few solar panels now and you charge £5 per panel. Is that a fair price? Mate, that's a decent price. I'm too cheap. I would, if I charged that, people would probably lynch me. Luckily, most of the ones I get to clean, they're already clean. It's just got a layer of dust on it, if that makes sense. I've done ones in the past where they're covered in lichen and they just absolutely not worth doing. So for someone who's just started out and you've asked £5 per panel, mate, I say you've done well. And I do see that figure get chucked out and about a lot in the forums as well. Yeah, if you get a pressure washer, you can do the gutters, so you can do both job. And if you get gutter vac, you can only do gutter cleaning. Oh, right, I thought you meant like cleaning faces, soffits and gutters with a pressure washer. Or do you mean like you get the lance and just put it in and try and spray the stuff out? I like doing America, don't they? Just blow it all out with a leaf blower. It's all different there to what it is here. So something else I thought probably talk about just briefly is something I used yesterday on a conservatory roof. I've used it a few times, you've seen in my videos, and I think it is a brilliant piece of kit. So what I thought is we'd do a tool talk corner or gear corner. It's something I thought I'm trying to standardize these live streams a bit, but still keep it just a good chat and stuff. So what I thought I'd show you is and talk about is It's Energy Clean Pro. This stuff is absolutely awesome. I've been really impressed with it. It's really, really good. I mean, I don't know if you can still just buy it as a 20 litres. That's what I brought mine, £65 with delivery. But it's really, really decent stuff. If you look on the websites, in fact, what I'll do is drop a link in the chat to it as well, so you can see it yourselves and read up on it. But it tells you like the cleaning ratios 1 to 3. If it's stubborn, 1 to 5, and then you've got 1 to 20 for general cleaning. Sorry, stubborn 1 to 5, and if it's like fire damage, 1 to 3. So get rid of soot and stuff like that. But I know the people who do pressure washing absolutely swear from this. They use it to get up oil stains and stuff like that on the drives. It is really, really good. Yeah, Matt, you brought some and been using it, and you sort of like said to me it's coming up nice. I mean, I used it on a few fascia softeners and gutters that have been absolutely green, and it's just sped up my normal workflow. It's really, really good. I know it might be a bit more expensive, but how I use it is I use a trigger bottle, fill it up with water, and then I put the right measurements or ratio I'm after. I normally do it 1 in 5, and then I just use that and spray it on. I use my brush to wet the surface first, if that makes sense. Then I'll spray on from my trigger bottle the Synergy mix, then I brush it in, leave it for a very small amount of time, especially if the sun's out, because you don't want to let it dry on there like with all TFRs. But it says in the instructions here, if it does dry out, just reapply it, so it's going to get rid of the marks it's left. And then I just turn the water on and get it off. It's really, really good, really cracking stuff. Foams up really well. It's good. And then if you want to be quick, you can also get like your window cleaning bucket, and then just put some water in there with the right mixture of Synergy, the ratio, dip your brush in there and just put it straight up and then clean straight away. That's what I do on the fascia soffits and gutters that way. It's really, really good. Okay. He's been doing it just over a year. Yeah, I just like being outside, mate. It's like I enjoyed being a paper boy, and it's similar to that, isn't it? You're going around from house to house, meeting people, and obviously you're getting to see the same people again. I like it, and just being outside. So I just saw this Mills Cleaning saying, right, okay, you've been surprised to see all the warnings on SDS sheets for Synergy Pro Clean, or Clean Pro. I keep saying that wrong. He's printing out the data sheets for Back Clean Pro and Synergy, and there's actually more to consider when using Synergy. And they have to wear like your PPE and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, because when you buy it, that's when you get access to the sheet, isn't it? You can't actually access it now, I don't think, from the actual website. But when you buy it, you get a link to it. Yeah. It's just a shame you can't get it off the website and look at it, if you get what I mean. But I must admit, I've used it and it's been great. And I just use it, like I say, mainly in the trigger bottle, because I'm using less of the product. And it's just what I'm doing. It's just bits of fascias, the finials, and on the panels of the conservatory roofs, basically. Yes, if anyone's interested, Mill's saying he can send it to anyone, and I know I've got it downloaded on my computer somewhere. LB Cleaning Serve saying it's a brilliant cleaning chemical. Yeah, I love it. It's good. It smells nice, foamed up well, does the job. And I know the pressure washers, like the guys say they use that, and it's good at getting rid of oil stains on drives. And for me, it got rid of some staining from runs down off lead flashing on a conservatory roof. This was the stuff that got it off. And when I asked Pure Seal what can I use, that's stuff they recommended because it was UPVC and glass. I've just seen a message coming. John saying there's a lot of add-ons that work surprisingly well and bring in a lot more money in. The question is whether you want to grasp the chance or ignore it. Like I said, I know for me, I just don't like saying no. And sometimes you can see the desperation in someone's eyes. And it's like, I think it was, did I say to you, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, there was an old guy come out trying to get attention to say he's been ringing, blah, 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 because Trees has missed him on the phone. And he basically wants all the fascia soffits and gutters cleaning, his conservatory roof cleaning, and all his windows and the windows to be a regular clean. And then I found out from some other customers I was cleaning nearby, because they're saying, oh, I'm going to go and quote him. And they're trying to tell me this guy wants to see you. They just told me he'd come out of hospital, he'd had some kind of heart op. So while he's out, his wife was there, and I ran to the wife and sort of like said, look, your husband spoke to me, I'm coming around to it, I can do it now. But she said, can you do it when he gets back? I said, no problem. But I could see in her eyes, and then I just said, I'm so busy, I wouldn't be able to do it now. And she went, can you do the windows now though? And Matthew didn't like it when I said, right, we're going to clean the windows after we've done these. But I could tell she was desperate, and I knew why. I put two and two together because her husband's had the heart op. And then if I didn't clean them, he's going to go out and do it. And she's just worrying enough as it is. So she's really thankful I did the windows. And so was her husband. He said we did a really good job. He's really happy. But I could see the relief on her face. So sometimes you just get the inkling to just do it, don't you? And like, I was getting an add-on job out of it anyway. So he just said you've done 3 roofs now and it's made it so quick and easy. Is that with the Synergy Pro you mean, mate? Or do you mean doing add-ons is like made the money quick and easy compared to doing the other stuff? Yeah, Mark saying stay away from builders cleans now. They're the worst add-ons ever. I've been lucky. Some of the builder cleans I've been done, compared to some states that builders leave them in, they were left really well. So I wouldn't really class them as a builder's clean. It's more of a first clean with a little bit of work, that's it. But I have seen some that are horrendous, and yeah, you hear about stuff. Who was it on here was on about one and then walked away from it, forgotten. But it's saying like there's big drops of cement everywhere. It's really, really bad. And that's hard as well, isn't it? When you're starting out, if that's the only work available, you say yes. And you know it's going to take a long time, but you've got time to do it. And I was the same. And thinking, well, if I can do a builder's clean, I can do any clean. But yeah, no. Just walk away from them. Wrong one. Sorry, wrong one. Moved my keypads around. But probably got everyone right there. And yeah, so it is silly season. Has anyone had lots of add-on work coming through? I know I've had a few inquiries coming in, and I think they're not from regular customers. So again, I think there's a couple of conservatory roofs there, and that'll all be there after. And I'm like, just stick with what I've got. It's busy enough as it is, isn't it? we did a window clean on Friday for something we hadn't cleaned for a while, and kind of like realised why we hadn't cleaned it for a while. So it was Synergy Clean Pro. Yeah, has made a massive difference to cleaning conservatory roofs. Oh, those, I was thinking roof scraping for some reason. Yeah, I used it on a roof on Friday. It wasn't minging, but in places there were some stubborn marks, and it just was so quick and easy at doing it. I'm a bugger for roofs because I kind of like go over the top. This is if they're stood on the ladder looking really close to the roof and nothing else we're going to see. I just try and get it as clean as I possibly can. That's what I'm charging for anyway, even though it's probably cheaper than most people. But yeah, no, she was glad, and out of the conservatory roof, we've now got as a regular clean as well every 8 weeks. And she was telling me it's just hard, this is in Wiz Beach, to get a window cleaner. You normally find this time of year the people are out just in the sunny weather out as well, aren't they? But yeah, I was surprised, so I'm happy. Got another customer, and it's next to someone I clean anyway. And I've got a few cleans in that little area, so it's handy to fit it in. I don't know if all right, Ted, welcome, mate. No worries, buddy. I was just wondering where you were. Just hope you're all right. Hope you've had a good week as well. So Mark's saying you've had a good amount of gutter clearance jobs so far. Yeah, I saw, is it on Instagram? I think I saw one of your clips and saw you cleaning your filter out on your gutter vac. I find this time of year is fairly busy for gutters, like I am in the autumn, because everything's growing out of the gutters and it catches their eye. So LB's just saying I used to wait for gutter clearing and fascias roofs till I had a week's worth. Now I just do them when they're for the windows, if they're a regular customer. If they're not regular, I just wait till I have time. Yeah, it's pretty much what I do as well, mate. If it's something I can think I can fit in with the way the day's going, I'll get it done. Like you're saying, because you got the lighter, the longer days, the sunlight's around for longer. It doesn't matter if you get a little bit over, you know what I mean? And it saves the hassle of trying to find it in later. That's what I think. And then, like you say, when it's the other ones, you just wait till we sort of like can organise a day and we stick them in all in there. But like Ched says, it's got to be at least, or definitely more than what you do on the windows, really. So last week was good. This week you've been mega busy. Yeah, especially as Good Friday's coming, because people got people coming around, don't they? And everyone wants everything nice and clean and sorted. Yeah, and they're mega happy when you can fit them in. Keep everyone happy, doesn't it? And the thing is, if you can get ahead, it means you can have a break as well, innit? So I'm looking forward to, for once, it's a bank holiday, innit? Friday and Monday off. Feel like a holiday. Well, I'll start thinking about closing it down for the stream for tonight. Like I say, if you're new or you're someone who hasn't watched the live stream and you watch it on the replay, on the comment section underneath the video, just put any questions down there. I'll try and answer them, or any of the lads they get on here as well. We'll jump on there and help each other out. Just use the comments and we'll try and get back to you. If you've got any ideas for live stream, stick them in there. And yeah, other things I've been thinking about, like I say, is the last Sunday of the month, get one of you lot to come in as a guest on the show, sort of thing. And then people can ask you questions as well. So I just got some more comments come in. What you mean you can clean? All right, gutters off a ladder, bucket scraper and pressure washing as well. If you buy a gutter vac, yeah, got you. That's true. And the thing is, even if you're going to get a gutter vac, I would say you're still going to need ladders. So you got the ladders first, and then later on you still want a gutter vac. You kind of got everything covered as well, haven't you? Because you still need the ladders. Yeah, I hope it's dry and calm. I think it's rains here today in the afternoon, and rain's forecast for Tuesday, but it's not as bad as what I thought it would be. James is telling everyone have a good week. Robbie as well, have a good week. Yeah, take the 2-2 with Chelsea, mate. Nelly saying to everyone have a great week. LB saying, yeah, I will go down and keep my family happy now. We kind of got into Lucifer, so see if we can squeeze another one of them in. Okay, guys, thanks very much, and take care. Oh, some more comments. You take care as well, Nathan, and you, John. I hope your wrist gets better, Matt. I hope my back gets better as well. Oh yeah, we love Lucifer, mate. Oh, it's absolutely funny. We're watching binge watching 3 or 4 a night. Anyway. Oh, you alright, Cole? Yeah, sure, mate. I'll like I say, it's going to be happening this week, that's for sure. Yeah, as long as we can work. I just hope my back gets better. I'll keep you posted, Cole. Alright, cheers everyone. Have a good week and stay safe.